What's up, nerds? So if you're new to this channel, I do a lot of different tech videos, and I even talk about like how tech is bringing us into the future, or if we're already living in the future right now. So I do a lot of like conceptual tech videos, but I also do a lot of hands-on tech videos like this one right here. So I'm gonna jump right into my top 10 favorite apps for making you a Mac Pro user. So I've been using Mac for most of my life, and I feel like Mac OS stock is not a super great experience, but once you download a lot of different apps and stuff, it can really help streamline your workflow and your process, and I actually enjoy using it a ton because it really feels like it's my own OS that I customize for myself. You might be wondering, where do I get all these apps? And that's from a little service called Setapp. So I'm not sponsored or anything by Setapp, I just really enjoy their service. So I'm gonna take you right into Setapp right here. I'm just gonna type in Setapp right here. And so what Setapp is essentially it's a monthly fee that you pay, but you get access to a ton of paid apps for essentially free. I mean, you're paying for the subscription service. And so they have so many different apps here that really help you use Mac OS to its full capabilities. So like right here, you can present a single window if you're at work or something like that and you want to present on Zoom. And it just has a lot of really cool like quality of life apps. So I'm gonna jump into my first app, which is Obsidian. And if you're curious if any of these apps are on Setapp, I'm gonna add a little icon that says Setapp to the bottom just so you can see if they're from Setapp. But if I go straight into Obsidian, which is not from Setapp, by the way, Obsidian is essentially a note-taking app, but it's a completely open canvas. So I'm gonna breeze over this app because it is a super in-depth app, and I don't think I can really explain all of it within this video. But you're essentially able to install whatever customizations and add-ons you want. You can even program the app to do everything yourself. But the basics of it is that it's a note-taking app that uses Markdown, which is programming language, but the programming language is super easy to learn. And so you could do things as like when you're typing, I could type right here when you're typing, and then if I want to add a title, so I can do 3 of these hashtags to add a title, so title 1. And then if I want to do 4 hashtags, I can do title 2. And it's a lot of things like that. So if I want to bold something, I can add these asterisks right here. And in the middle, this, whatever I write, will be bold. And so what's really cool about this, and I feel like a pro that a lot of people don't know about, is you can copy paste things straight from ChatGPT, because ChatGPT, their output is all in Markdown. So once I paste it into Obsidian, it becomes a really nice looking document. So if I go into Obsidian settings right here, I can scroll down to Files, Looks, and Appearance. And I can customize whatever appearance I want. So I don't want this yellow theme on here, so I can change this to like be a blue theme right there. And you'll see everything's blue now. But I can go and hit manage, and here's a ton of different themes that people have created, and they're actually really, really cool. And a lot of them just look super nice. So one that I really like is the Wikipedia theme, which is kind of funny, and I hit use this theme, and it literally makes it look like a Wikipedia page. So it changes your font and everything, but you can really change anything you want about this note-taking app. And if you want to see a video about it fully and you're just curious how it works, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Next up is an app called Notion Calendar. So Notion Calendar has actually really helped me like plan out my schedules and stuff, and it's my favorite note-taking app. So if I go straight into Notion Calendar right here, I have a completely open schedule that I can drag and drop essentially whatever I want. So once I drag in the hours, I could say like test event right here, and on this event you can add participants, you can add links for a conferencing call, all sorts of different things. This is just actually super helpful to have because it is a very basic calendar app, but I feel like they really streamline the process of creating events and stuff where it feels very seamless, and it's just super easy to add a ton of different events. So this has tie-ins with Notion, which is super nice. So I could essentially add whatever I want. So right here I can add docs and stuff from my actual Notion pages and go straight into those docs and things like that, which is super powerful. And I can even add events from Notion databases into this as well. Next up is RayCast. So RayCast is super nice, and I have basically combined it to my Spotlight search. So if I hit Command Space, that's my Spotlight search, but if I hit Option Space, this is RayCast. So RayCast has a ton of different plugins and stuff, so I can go in and easily add stuff from Spotify and have things automatically play from Spotify. It essentially replaces your Spotlight search with something a little bit more powerful, and it's able to do different calculations. So I can even do 5 days plus August 10th, and it's gonna actually do calculations with words and things like that. So it's actually just super nice to have. And if I go down to the store right here, I could see everything they have. So I have so many different integrations I can add. So I have like an Arc integration right here that obviously I've added. You could even interact with ChatGPT directly through RayCast. So there's so many nice quality of life features that I feel like could be useful, especially when you're using Mac OS. And it definitely is more useful than Spotlight Search, but I will say Spotlight Search is better for going straight to the apps. So that's what I mean when I say you can kind of create whatever OS you want, because I can keybind the software to whatever I want. So Command Space is going to open up Spotlight, Option Space will open up RayCast, RayCast, and I even have control space, which opens up ChatGPT. So it's just super nice. Once you get everything set up to how you like it, it makes it really, really easy and fast to use your computer. I don't have to waste time going through different apps and looking for where files are. I can literally hit whatever I want and have whatever search bar function I want, basically immediately once I hit the key. Next up is NotchNook. So NotchNook is a brand new software that I just basically found on Twitter the other day. But if you come up here, you can see that my notch actually pulls out, and you can see that there is a bar on top. And I'll show you a video feed of kind of what this looks like as well, because it looks super, super nice, and it matches the dynamic island on the iPhone 15. But it is nice that it's customizable. I can put whatever I want here. There's a little mirror, which when I click the mirror, it'll show basically a camera feed of myself right here. And then I could go through and have whatever I want playing on Spotify. So if I go to Spotify right now, and let's just say I play a song right here, you'll see it plays on top right there. So that part's super nice. And then on top of that, if I have some files that I want to share really easily, I feel like AirDrop is not very intuitive on the Mac, but that has all changed because I can bring this up to the notch. I can leave it in here for a file tray and drag it out later, or I could AirDrop it straight from here. So I'll just go straight to AirDrop, and I can AirDrop it to whoever I want just straight from my notch, which is a super nice feature. And since it's being constantly worked on, there's a lot of potential features that they haven't yet added where you could drag files up there and you can zip them or unzip them automatically. So it's just become a super, super nice app. And speaking of unzipping and zipping files, Permute is my next one. Permute is really nice because this lets you convert any files that you want. And in the past, even on Windows, I can't really find a good file converter like this one. This one's super fast and efficient. I can bring any video or photo. Let's say I want this PDF to become an image. So I'll open the Permute workshop, and let's bring this PDF over. And once I do that, I can convert it into whatever I want. Or instead, let's say I want to convert a image into a PDF. So I'll bring an image over here. And right here, I can change it to PDF, and I just hit play, and it's gonna put it right on my desktop. And it's actually a really robust app. I feel like a lot of times with Files app, they can crash easily and stuff, but I have not had that happen with Permute, and I've worked with files that are over like 15 gig videos and stuff, and it's able to compress those and retain the quality on those and stuff like that. So it's just a super nice app whenever you want to convert anything. Next up is an app called CleanMyMac. So CleanMyMac is just a super nice app when you want to clean your Mac. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. So I go in here, and all I have to do is hit scan. It's going to find a lot of files that I don't need or processes that kind of take a long time. So you see the cleanup, I already found 14 gigabytes on my hard drive where it can clean, and they're files that I don't really even need to care about. And if I go down, and I'm going to stop this process, it has all sorts of different things. So there's system junk, which you can scan for. So things like cached files and stuff, which your Mac doesn't need to run, and you really don't even need to have them on your computer. They have mail attachments. You can clear your trash bin. You can check for malware. You can optimize things, and one of my favorites is the space lens. So this shows you in bubbles kind of how much storage and space things are taking up. And large and old files are really nice as well. So this is going to go through and find all the large files. So you can see I have this nested sequence that has 8 gigs right here. DaVinci Resolve, I don't need to have zipped file for that, so I can delete that. And right here, I mean, this looks like more than 15 gigabytes of stuff I can just easily clear up right now using this app. So it's super nice to have, and it comes free with Setapp. Next up is Bartender. So Bartender really works in the background. You can see in my top right corner right here, all I have is nothing. I mean, there's really nothing up here besides my calendar event, but if I go here and click on the left side, you'll see it pops up all of my apps that I have running on my taskbar. So I don't know if Apple really planned this out very well, but when you have your taskbar apps like this and you don't have anything that's like kind of covering them, they sort of go into the middle island right here, which I think is pretty annoying. So when I tap here, you can see I have all of these sitting right here, and RayCast is right here. A lot of times these are settings and stuff that I don't really constantly need access to, so it's nice that they're hidden and I don't need to keep them there. But if I go into Bartender settings right here, you can see I can really change it however I want, and I can make all the edges on my computer rounded, which I feel like is kind of a cool idea as well. And so I can round the top and the bottom of the display, so now my entire computer screen is rounded, which looks sort of nice. I can change the tint of the menu bar to be like whatever I want, so you can see it has a green tint to it or a black tint to it. I mean, not that you would ever really need to use this stuff, but it is cool that that is an option. You can add gradients and things like that, and it has a lot of like presets and triggers, hotkeys, all of this. I don't really use these too often. I really just like to have it up there. And if you don't need all the fancy features. There's a free version of this called Vanilla that I know a lot of people use, and Vanilla works pretty well as well. Next up is Paste. So Paste is with Setapp as well, and basically what Paste is it is a clipboard history manager. So if I hit Command Up, which is the keybind that I added to it, you can see it has all of my things that I've copied in the past. So if I have useful links right here, I can go into my clipboard history and I can pin this to like the useful links right here, and now it's going to be kept in that useful link. So I can just keep things in here. I can keep images and all sorts of different things. It hasn't really saved any of my stuff from my old computer. I can just add whatever I want into there, and it's super nice if I have like passwords and stuff that nobody really knows that I have passwords hidden in here, so I'm not super worried about the security of it, but I just hit Command Up to find it. I mean, I guess you guys know now, but I don't really keep passwords in here, but Command Up is just super nice if I copy something and then I copy something else by accident. And it even works in things like Premiere where I could copy like a bunch of keyframes and stuff and paste them, but it saves that keyframe data that I copied. Next up is Folx. So Folx is actually a torrent downloader, so I'm not encouraging you to do anything, but all I'm saying is this is a super nice app for keeping track of your torrents and stuff like that when you're downloading files from completely legal websites. So there's really not much to it, so it's right here. It looks pretty robust, and once you go and download a magnet link, it's just gonna pop up right here and download it straight to your downloads folder. I don't really know any other torrenting apps except for like BitTorrent, which I use on my Windows machine, but this app is super nice for Mac. It comes bundled with Setapp, so it's super nice, and it doesn't really need any maintenance, which I feel like should be how it is, because all it does is go straight to your downloads app, whatever you're trying to download. Next up is PDFgear. So I use this on Windows and I use this on Mac. It's just a really, really nice PDF viewer. So you can see that I can scan things and put them in here. And it's just a nice looking layout and stuff, and I hate Adobe Acrobat. That thing sucks so bad. So this one's super nice. It lets me open up all kinds of different things. It lets me also organize the files as well, and it has OCR built in. So it's just really nice, and it's laid out super nice, and I like that the Windows app and the Mac app both are laid out the exact same, so it's just super nice for cohesiveness and stuff since I use both operating systems. And last but not least is Email by Edison. Email by Edison is just a really good looking email client, but it is super great at weeding out things that I don't need to look at and things that I do need to look at. So I have my focused inbox right here, and then I have my other inbox right here. So focused is gonna show me all sorts of different things that are important. I've never even missed an email that has been important because it's gone to the other box. So it's really good at recognizing spam and stuff like that, and it can unsubscribe from emails for you. So if I scroll down here and go into subscriptions, it's going to show me all these emails that I'm signed up for that I don't want to be signed up for. So I can just hit unsubscribe right there, and it actually goes through and it'll either spam it or it'll email them automatically on my behalf saying, I cancel the subscription and I don't want to see them anymore. I can go through, see what's unsubscribed. I can get a summary of all my subscribed emails if I want, and I can set up all my different inboxes to go straight to this app. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed videos like this, or if you want to see something more like this, be sure to drop a subscribe down below. I make videos every Thursday, so see you then. Later.